Hey there, native plant enthusiasts. This is Santino, Education Coordinator for Bowman's Wildflower Preserve, coming at you with another nature note. Now that we are in the glory of fall, albeit this is a bit of a misty morning for us, I wanted to showcase one of the families of plants that really comes into their own and shines and really fills our fall with color. People think about fall and they think about trees and the leaf changing color that really brings us the colors of fall, but I want to showcase a family of plants that also shines and brings some color to this wonderful season. And that family, of course, is the aster family. The asters are one of the most populous families of plants and are really worthy of highlight now that we're in the fall season. So I hope you enjoy today's video all about the aster family. The family Asteraceae is one of the most numerous groups of flowering plants, consisting of over 32,000 different species. You may also hear of them referred to as composites, asters, or sunflowers. The orchids are the only other group that rivals them in number and is currently hotly debated as to which is more populous. They're found in all kinds of habitat, and the most obvious identification characteristic is that of the floral head, which consists of hundreds of little individual florets held together by a series of bracts collectively called an involucre. Let's take a closer look. If you look at the floral head, this appears to be one flower at first. Upon closer inspection, we can see that it really consists of a cluster of flowers. On this single floral head, there are two different types of flowers. The disc flowers in the center of the cluster house all the reproductive parts of the plant. These are also where the pollinators that visit the plant gather the nectar and pollen. Along the outer edge, we see the second kind of flower. These are the ray flowers, and they have but one purpose, and that's to attract the passing insects. It's also this cluster floral head that gives the plant its original and current family name. In the 1740s, Dutch botanist Adrian van Rooyen first described this group and gave them the name Compositae, as the floral head consists of many different flowers, very much like a composite meal consisting of many different types of food groups. The group was later renamed Asteraceae after their star-like shape. Aster means star in the Latin. The oldest fossil evidence we have for the aster family comes in the form of pollen grains from the late Cretaceous period found in Antarctica that date back to about 70 million years ago. 70 million years ago, the warmer climate of Earth kept this continent free of ice, and recent evidence suggests that the land itself was covered in rainforest. Asters as a group are highly valuable plants. From the insects that pollinate them to the birds who enjoy the fruits, or should I say, seeds of their pollination labor, asters are a rich resource for all kinds of wildlife. For us humans, the Asteraceae is quite important commercially. From food crops such as lettuce and sunflower seeds to herbs and teas like chamomile, this group is deeply ingrained in our culture. The group also consists of several members that are important ornamentally and medicinally. Let's highlight just a few of those members you can see here at the preserve that are blooming today. You can't get much more classic looking than New England aster, with its deep purple to sometimes pink ray flowers that are surrounded by the vibrant yellow disc flowers. Standing upright and reaching almost 4 feet in height, the stems are typically hairy and unbranched. Its leaves are untoothed and lance-shaped and hold onto the stem with an earlobe-like appendage. This gorgeous addition to a growing garden is visited by a whole host of nectar feeders, including bumblebees, flies, moths, ants, and butterflies. Next up, let's take a quick look at what appears to be a shorter and bushier New England aster. This is in fact a different species known as aromatic aster. Another great plant for nectar collectors, this bushy perennial sports a bunch of flower heads at the end of its highly branched stem. The name aromatic aster comes from the aroma that's released as the leaves of the plant are crushed. Blue mistflower is another aster in bloom at the moment. Typically growing about 3 feet tall, it has opposite leaves and is topped by bright violet to white flower heads that make me think of pom-poms. Typically preferring woodland edges, it's commonly grown as a garden plant and has the tendency to spread. Boneset is another common perennial aster. Also known as feverwort, it was commonly used to break fevers by means of inducing heavy sweating. The common name boneset stems from its use as a treatment for dengue fever, also known as breakbone fever. It has a highly textured perfoliate leaf, which means that the leaf wraps entirely around the stem, and it looks and has the appearance as if the stem itself is coming through the leaf. And its floral heads contain clusters of white disc flowers only, so this aster does not have ray flowers. Another lover of edge habitats is white snakeroot. This very common plant with white floral heads, also only containing disc flowers. These leaves are heart-shaped and opposite, and they can grow to be about 3 feet tall. The plant is highly toxic and is probably most famous for the death of Abe Lincoln's mother by the way of milk sickness. Milk sickness is a poisoning that can occur by drinking the milk from cows that have grazed on this plant. Alright friends, that just about wraps it up for me today. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me along this journey into the aster family. If you liked the video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like it down below. Of course, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out whenever we put out a new video. And in the comment section below, let me know what your favorite aster of fall is. I don't know if I have a personal favorite. They each bring a ray of sunshine to even our dreary October days here. And I hope that you all have the opportunity to visit Bowman's Hill Wildflower Preserve in person and see these wonderful floral friends. And without further ado, and as always, I want to encourage each and every one of you to keep on experiencing what's natural and learn what's native. Take care.